we say, whoa, good morning. Let me fix my hair up here a little bit because, I ran out of the house this morning and I forgot to do my hair. It's okay, though. I almost wore my new face today.
Oh, how did you get a new face?
Well, I asked Donna for one for Christmas.
Oh, that's right. You are going to have to wear that. Maybe for Halloween. Oh, there we go.
No, Halloween, we got to be witches again.
Oh,
yeah. I wonder, did Mary get rid of her? Did she give that to her daughter?
Let's find out. We got to find out.
She's going to have to get it back if she did. We
Who
better make me
remembers our witches from last year?
Oh, it was so fun.
Really
Mary
with her
your little head. It was great. It was so much fun. Yeah, that's going to be here before we know it, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And I looked, Village Vibes is not Halloween this year. It's on Village Vibes is the Tuesday, which is the 29th.
It's going to, but we're dressing up.
We're dressing up.
I love
to dress up. If you're with Fran, you're going to dress up.
You are making it. And so if we marry again, dressing up.
That's true.
Poor Mary. She didn't like you, but
she's going to be here, though. She's
gone. She'll be back because they're going, oh, did you know she hurt her knee, though?
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Bad?
They think it's her meniscus, and so she has to go for an MRI. We're hoping that it's just inflamed and that a shot will take care of the problem because she's got to go see those grandbabies.
She has tripping to do.
She got tripping to do. So everybody put out a good vibe for our Miss Mary.
Don't like to hear when my friends are hurt.
No, we do not like that at all. Well, we have something fun to talk about today, though, don't we?
We have a bunch of fun things.
So we better get on it.
We started writing our list, and it got a little
bit grew.
Long.
It kind of did grow. We might be chit-chatting for a long time this morning.
I do have to brag, though.
Oh, please.
So last week I took Evie to Logan to go to some other quilt shops, and Evie and I were recognized from Village Vibes. I felt so good.
Movie stars.
We were, and if you were watching this, I didn't catch your name, so comment and let me know that you were the one who found us in Logan. Anyway, she said, I haven't got to watch it yet, but I recognized from the screenshot that she saw, because the screenshot shows up. So she recognized Evie, but she recognized my laugh.
Oh, because you have such a cute laugh. Yes,
I don't know if it's cute or not, but maybe it's unique.
I think it's adorable. I love your laugh.
So that was exciting. So if you see us out and about, especially if you see us in the store, tell us that you watch, because it does make us feel a little bit good that it's not just us chatting to the wind.
Well, we like to chat into the wind, so it's all good. It's chatting into the wind is still a good thing.
It is good. But yeah, say hi, tell us that you like it, because selfishly, it makes us feel good.
It's true. It's true. Y'all know that when Liz first started making me do it, because this was all Liz's idea. It was not mine.
It was your idea.
No.
You said we got to be online. We got to be on Facebook, and I said, okay, I can make that happen.
And she did.
I'm not taking credit for this.
I'm blaming you. Credit or no. So, I was really nervous, though. Really nervous the first few times. This is not my thing. I've gotten a little more comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Because we're on episode, what did I tell you? 85 today.
85. Can you believe that's a lot of episodes?
That is a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes.
We haven't been 100% all just you and me, but most of them for sure.
Yeah, we've had great guest stars, haven't we? We sure have.
We sure have. In fact, some of the things we need to kind of start doing again, like I think we maybe need to have our employees on again.
Oh, yes.
I think that would be fun.
That would be fun.
Anyway, if you guys ever have ideas of what you want us to chat about, let us know.
Just let us know, please. Yes.
But we want to announce first our upcoming events, which should not be news to you.
No. But we're getting close to not having any openings left. So we just wanted to make sure that if you're still kind of thinking about them, especially the retreat.
Yes.
Because that one is really almost full. So if it's something that you're still kind of thinking, oh, maybe I'd like to, can't make up my mind, no pressure, but it is almost full. And that one goes from October 15th through the 17th. You can sign up for that on our website. You can sign up.
I'll link the retreat on the notes.
Not the classes. If you want to take any of the classes, which we have some amazing teachers and some really fun classes, you can see the classes on our website, but you do have to call the store to sign up for those.
Yeah, you do.
Because we really wanted to keep that exclusive just to our retreaters first. They may be classes that we offer later on in the store again, but for right now, they are just for the retreat attendees. So jump on and take a look at that. And if you're interested, please let us know.
And such a fun thing, too, to come with friends.
Yes.
Or by yourself.
Make new friends.
Do not be shy if you are the only one to come, because
all quilters are friends, whether you know them yet or not. And quilters are so kind, and it's like, oh, please come sit at our table with us. We'd love to have you join us.
Yes.
So,
and if you're nervous about it when you get there, we will set you up at the right table or
we will.
Whatever. But anyway, don't be concerned if you don't have a buddy to come with, or if it doesn't work in their schedule or whatever. So, and I think let's just really quickly, the retreat fee covers your sewing space for the 3 days. It covers your swag bag, which we're super excited about. We've got some really fun things for you.
So good. Wait, I can't wait for people to see these.
It's going to be good. It covers lunch every day, and then we'll be doing an activity of some sort every day. So that's what your retreat fee covers. If you would like to stay in a hotel, that's on your own. We have so many customers who like to do all different things. They like to stay with friends. They like to stay in a hotel. They are local. They don't want to stay anywhere. So we just decided
they want their own bed at night.
Yeah, we decided not to include that so that you could just do whatever worked best for you. And then any of the classes are an additional fee, but you can take as much or as little of those classes as you want. Whatever you want this retreat to be.
Come sit and sew for 3 days, because it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And it's at the beautiful Brigham Academy.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Oh, it's such a beautiful building. We have the whole building. So the whole upstairs area, the lighting is amazing. Lots of nice room, and we're limiting it to 50 people. So it's still going to be a fairly small retreat, and nice and intimate.
We could easily fit double technically in that space, but we don't want to crowd you. We want it to be fun and kind of intimate. And, and then we want to be able to give you, good service and stuff too, and have room in the classes and stuff. So anyway, those are all the details about the retreat. If you have any questions, let us know. Call us.
You can call the store. We can
answer.
Or
whatever. I just posted the link so you can sign up on the link. But we will have to shut signups down probably before the retreat starts. Do you think?
Well, no, I don't think so, because we have planned for 50. That's how many swag things I have. That's what I will plan for lunches and so forth. So
we'll be okay.
But classes, we
will have to, because we do have to let the teachers know how many to plan on,
so they can prepare for
their supplies and stuff. So classes will probably be a little bit more limited. But if you definitely just want to come sew, if there's room,
we'll love to slide you right on in. Yes, absolutely. So it'll be fun.
It's going to be so much fun.
We haven't had a retreat a big retreat since January 2020. That's a long time.
I know.
So I'm glad that we're able to start doing this again. So the other thing that we want to talk about, oh my gosh, Liz, I worked so hard. 14-hour day, 2 days in a row. I stayed home and I worked 14 hours both days.
Sewing and writing and cutting and planning and...
Oh goodness!
I think it's this.
Oh, we just
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I know this one does something.
Oh, we're firecracker. Liz, just,
I know
is
that
this
does
on your
something.
new phone?
No, I think Facebook's always done it, and thumbs down does
don't
something
do thumbs down.
It rams.
Oh my goodness! I just
But I thought it was this that did the balloons. Maybe it only likes it if you do it. I don't know.
Nope, it doesn't like me. We're learning all kinds of new things this morning, and we haven't even started talking about what we want to teach everyone. Gosh, that was fun. Balloons and fireworks.
Well, you know what? It's worth it. This is what we're talking about next is worth balloons.
It is worth balloons. So 2 days I worked my poor little back at the end of the day. But second Saturday.
So exciting.
My gosh. And so my sweet Miss Renee that just had to have throat surgery can barely talk. Her voice is very, very soft. Anyway, and yesterday even more so. Patterns are done. Kits are cut. We're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
October is ready to launch.
October 12th will be our...
No, not the 12th.
It's not the 12th?
Or is it? Maybe it is. Oh, it has to be because the 15th. Yeah.
It's the 12th.
Liz is right.
Rarely am I right on a date. But I did write it down, so I thought I was close.
And she's right on. So, and in our second Saturday, there are a few spots left for that.
We do have less than we did last year, though. So
yes,
I'm
not cutting as
don't
many
wait.
Kits.
And
$80. It's
$80.
$80 to sign up, and for that, if you come every second Saturday with your blocks completed the next month, you can have an entire quilt for $80.
Yeah,
your whole quilt top,
binding,
borders, fabrics, patterns, everything, and it'll be about a 60-inch quilt again.
It's going to be good.
It's really
I got to do my first test blocks last week, which was really fun.
I have more for you.
Oh, good. I would like
I have November's. I have November's
I want
for
to
you
be
today.
Me too. On this one.
Oh, we worked so hard. So we worked really, really hard on that, and it is ready to go.
It's exciting.
So Lisa and I will get them all packaged up today. And
so if you remember, we've got demos on the second Saturday. You do not have to come. We are going to do a Facebook group again, and I will go live in that Facebook group with one of the demos. So if you can't come, you can still watch a demo. However, if you can't come on second Saturday, you do need to pay your $5.
Yeah.
Or if you don't get your blocks done, or if your friend has to come pick it up, or if your dog ate your homework.
Right. We're sorry.
All the things.
You know what? My dog does eat my homework sometimes. He loves to get in my work bag, which I have sitting down on the floor by the sofa. And he loves to get in there. And he will get in there and he will grab out a piece of paper. And then it's got these big, huge chew marks on it. I'm like, Sebastian, knock it off.
Yeah.
He was in my work bag this morning, but Stan got him out of there.
Oh, good.
He didn't steal anything today.
You got him out of there. But anyway, so that's second Saturday. Yeah. What else do we need to tell him about it? We're excited.
We're really excited. We went and we did some new videos for it this year, and we thank our lovely friend that lets us come use her quilting studio because it's such and we are so lucky. And so we are ready to go for October.
Knock on wood, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Are you?
I think so. No, I am. I am. I haven't done my boards yet for the demo, but I like to do those a little closer to that day so that it's all fresh in my mind.
Right.
So I've made the blocks, all of them, at least twice. So I'm comfortable with all of that. I just have to do the demo boards and then that'll be all ready to go. But anyway, so those are a couple of fun things that we have coming up. But today, what do we want to talk about today, Miss Liz?
Just two different ways of kind of sewing quilts, blocks, however you want to put it. And I think first off, we should just say that either way that you do these is right.
No quilt police.
It's just
no judging.
Whatever works for you, whatever works in your brain. Sometimes you have to go one way or the other based on the way your pattern is written a little bit. But you don't always. You can change it if you want to. So I like to call it process sewing, where you do if you've got 180 flying geese in your thing, you do all 180 all at the same time. You got all the 4 patches, you do all the 4 patches together. There's all different ways to do it, but you just kind of like pedal to the metal. Assembly line work. Assembly line, that's another good way to do it. And you just sew. Versus what's the other way?
So before I do that though, I'm going to test one of my blocks first. Before I do all of my cutting and I sit there and I do all of this chain piecing, is also another word for this too. Before I just start going crazy and knocking all of this stuff out, because I've done that before, and sometimes guess what?
And then you've made 180 mistakes.
Yeah. And then you just put it in the trash and you start all over because it's too much unpicking.
I don't know. I would unpick it, but you do have to be careful that you don't make that
I like to make one first. And like Liz was saying, sometimes you can change your pattern. So I will read through that pattern first. And sometimes if I see, oh gosh, I'm making 180 flying geese units. Well, can I change those to do
your favorite method?
No waste method, which you're making 4 at a time, which is so much quicker. So I'm going to read through my pattern first of all, and I'm going to see, can I change any of these? Can I do anything different that's a little easier for me? I'm going to make one block first, and then when I know that works, then I'm going to start chain piecing, power stripping, whatever we want to call.
And there's some days where I just want to sew, like on my sewing machine. Like I want to just push fabric through and just sew. And so there's prep work that's involved in that. You need to have everything cut.
Yes.
You need well pressed first, maybe even, and then
starch, press, cut, and then sew. Right.
You can just sew.
But sometimes I get bored with that. Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes I want to see, now I have 10 blocks of my 20 done. Oh, this is great. But I've been working on this quilt at home, and it was like, okay, you have all of these parts that go into that. Get all of those done. And then, that French General one that's kicking my fanny. I have 100 flying geese that are in that. And that's just one of the 50,000
different blocks. So I think that's a good point. If you have a big quilt or a lot of something, either decide you want to do them all at the same time or break them into chunks. And this is kind of where we're talking about there's no right answer. Like,
there's not.
What works for you? What do you feel like doing that day?
That day. That's what I was just going to say. And because I get bored easily, some days I feel like I don't want to think about this. I want to just sit there and push all this through. And other days it's like, but I need to see progress. I need to not see just 100 flying geese units finished. I want to see a couple blocks done too.
Yeah. And the reason I got thinking about this was last week as I was making my second Saturday test blocks, and I was like, I only have to make 4 flying geese. Like I was kind of excited that day, but I only had to make 4, and then I was going to be accomplished. And I think that's something that is kind of nice about something like a second Saturday program or a block of the month program. A lot of times those like chunks, bite-sized chunks are made for you, and you just get to do whatever that tells you, whatever the pattern tells you or whatever, and it is awesome.
Yeah. And so sometimes I get real bored with a quilt that has the same block over and over and over 3,000 times in it. Those I will use as leaders and enders.
Then let's talk about leaders and enders.
Let's talk about leaders and enders. So our friend Bonnie Hunter, which we actually were fortunate enough to have her out here for a retreat. She's such an amazing person. She doesn't do that anymore. Now she has her own retreat place that she goes and does retreats, which I would love to go there sometime.
Her blog is
Quiltville.
Yeah,
Quiltville.
Go check it out.
Bonnie Hunter.
She does a lot of stuff on social media and her blog and stuff. But she really, I don't think she created this idea, but she has really taken this idea and run with it. She's got tons of patterns and leaders and enders.
So leaders and enders. Here's what a leader and so sometimes it's easier and less wasteful on your thread and your machine if you're running a piece of scrap fabric through, so you're not clipping those threads every time, because that wastes quite a bit of thread.
It does.
Especially when you're, if you're cutting in between each little piece that you're piecing, that's a lot of thread you're wasting.
Yeah.
And my thread's expensive, so I want to use it wisely.
I know.
So here's what she taught us to do. Let's say you're doing 4 patches in a quilt. Okay. You've got all of your little, let's say I've cut some 1-inch squares. I can take 2 of those little 1-inch squares and I can sew those 2 pieces together instead of having to sew a scrap piece of fabric through. That's just waste. Now I'm really using my thread to the max. So I'm going to sit there, and in between, anytime I need to clip one of those pieces that I'm cutting, I'm going to run a leaders and ender in through whatever it is that I'm working on a project. I have to bring one time that our friend Laurie is making me do. It's Laurie's fault.
And I think there's 2 ways to kind of do leaders and enders. One is if you can use something in the quilt already. So if you have maybe an easier block, you can kind of be making 2 blocks at the same time, kind of thing. I think what Bonnie does is she just always has a leaders and enders quilt going, and it's its whole separate thing. She'll have and she does scraps. She's a scrap friend. She's amazing.
Such an amazing
and
scrap friend.
So she decides that this time it's going to be half squares, or this time it's going to be 4 patches, or whatever she's working on, and she has all that kind of in a basket, and she just runs those through, and it's kind of magical how it builds up. If you just always grab one of those, run it through, do another block, grab another one, run it through, and before you know it,
you got 2 quilts.
Yeah, you got it done.
2 quilts.
And your leaders and enders thing may not finish at the same time as other projects,
and that's okay.
But you're just getting stuff done. So I had that going for a while. I need to pull it back down again. Sometimes my brain can handle that, and sometimes my brain can't.
So mine can if it's just something simple, like this little one that I'm doing that Lori showed me. There's 4 patches in the center. it's super, super easy. You don't have to think about it. You grab 2 little squares, sew them together, on with your next piece, then 2 more squares, sew them together.
And the nice thing about it being scrappy is you don't
worry
worried about it. You're not worried about the layout. So that's a really good idea as leaders and enders.
Yep.
And then kind of along the chain piecing idea, and I've seen stuff from Doug Lico on this, and I'm going to try and find a video that he has done with this. And this is when you got your blocks done, or you've got all your units done for a block, you sew them together in a way that your rows stay connected, and then you can sew them together that way. Sometimes my brain can't handle that either.
I need to work on that one. My brain can't handle it. Rolane, bless her heart, she tried to show me that years and years and years ago. And then when Bonnie Hunter came for our retreat, she showed everybody how to do it. And I was still, it's something that I think I just really need to sit down and make myself learn how to do it, because it was cool. Because, you know, sometimes when you go to pick up those components to your block, I can turn them around really easily in my block.
No. They flip and flop between when I pick them up and
they do, don't they?
Get to my needle.
I just had that happen on one of our second Saturdays I was working on, and I flipped it over and I looked at it and I went, wait a minute, that's wrong. Now what?
It doesn't always work with the way I like to sew with a few of the techniques I do, but that's a good way too. So I'll try and find, I don't know what that's called.
I don't either.
If
anybody knows, please let us know.
Where you chain piece and keep your rows together. It's efficient. I know that.
It is.
If you can do it, and I think it probably just takes a little bit of practice.
I think it does. I think I need to just sit down and really focus on what I'm trying to do rather than have somebody tell me, because I need to do it. You can tell me things and I can see it written, but I need to see it written, you tell me, and then I need to do it. I need all of those parts before my brain really kicks in and says, oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
So I will practice. I will, when I have 5 extra minutes,
let's look at some comments because people have commented. Marianne says, they're getting wet from Helene. Is that the name of the storm that's coming in?
Oh,
I'm
stay
sorry.
safe. Stay safe.
Yeah, I hope it's just wet, not anything else. And not wet inside.
No.
So.
Oh, water damage is awful, isn't it? Oh, so
Cindy
awful.
Healy says, I love you.
Oh,
And
my sweet Cindy.
I just started doing this with my scraps. So I think, are you talking about the Bonnie Hunter method of having leaders and enders? I think it's brilliant. And she has so much information on her blog.
She does.
And she has a lot of videos and stuff. So if you are at all interested in that, a lot of free patterns
for scrapping
So
things.
if you were at all interested in it, go check it out. And her stuff, the thing I love about it is it's super scalable. If you want to make a few blocks, you can make a project. If you want to make a king size quilt, you can make whatever.
Yes,
so I love her stuff.
Yeah,
she says, yes, that's what it is.
Okay.
Marianne says, no, back to Pam Davis.
Oh,
she says, I sew my 100 flying geese in chunks, sew and trim. So yeah, it's just whatever you like. And sometimes there's no real method for me. It's just like, okay, I'm done with this step. I'm going to move on to something else. I'm just going to take a little bit of a break.
I'm done. Well, you know, while you're looking at those, I'm going to say something else.
Oh, yeah.
So I like paper piecing for some things, but you know, you sew one piece on and then you go to your ironing board and you press it and then you have to trim it and then you have to sew it and you trim. Okay. You can also chain piece when you're doing paper piecing.
I've not done this.
Oh, you have not?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So look at this pattern. This is new one that I'm going to, I got to get going on it. It's not new, but I got to get going on this. Okay. So I will take, so this one here, you're making, you gotta make 12 of these blocks, right? Okay. So I'm going to copy all my papers onto my lovely Carol Doe paper.
Right.
Then I'm going to lay my number 1 piece on here. I'm going to lay this number 2 on there. I'm going to sew that. I'm going to take my next one. I'm going to run that through my machine. I'm going to do that with all those number 2s before I get up and go head to my ironing board to press them.
Do you cut your threads in between or do you chain piece them?
I chain piece it.
See, and I do process sew those where I'll do 8 at a time and then I'll go do it, but I do cut my threads in between.
Why? because that's how you like to do it.
Well,
And that's
depending
okay.
on the block.
Yeah,
Sometimes the
your
blocks
angle is real weird.
Yeah, your angle's weird, or you're in the middle of a block and you can't. Anyway, depending on the block, it doesn't always work.
Yeah, but even for paper piecing, I will chain piece as many, like as if you've got more than just one unit that's in that block or one unit that is in the quilt. And you know what? I would even chain piece all my
Some sort
stuff.
of curves.
I would chain piece all of these things and get up, go to my machine and do it, unless my back is killing me, and then I'm going to do it in between every time. Because then I get up and move. But even on paper piecing, you can chain piece, which speeds it up and uses less thread.
It does.
And so, yeah.
Marianne says she uses trays to keep track of her blocks so that she can use the technique and be efficient. And I think that's one thing that you have to be. If you're going to be doing this process sewing, you just have to be organized and efficient. And I think that's a very good point.
That's a really good point.
I think Pam has named it. She says it's called spider webbing, where you leave it all connected, which totally makes sense.
It does.
That's cool. I love that name for it.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea. I like that.
And all of these things that we're talking about are, the other option is just sewing single blocks all the way together. And that's totally fine too.
Sure.
It just depends on, again, how you feel that day, how your pattern's written, you know, just what works best for you. If you're nervous about a new technique, sew some single blocks together. You know, anyway, so it's just, how do you like to sew? Just what works best for you. And for me, it's honestly how I feel that day.
It really is. And sometimes it's like, okay, I just have to get this done.
Right. And I think that's years ago when I stopped my leaders and enders is because I was I was doing a project and I was in a big hurry.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? In order to just focus on this project,
you're right.
I need to put that away, and I've just never pulled it back out again. But I need to, because there's no reason I can't these days. So anyway, we just thought we'd bring it up. If any of you have any new ideas of process sewing or any ways that you like to make things efficient, I make myself a little nest. That also keeps me really efficient. I have a little cutting board to my left, my sewing machine, and then to my right, I have a pressing mat. And so I don't know. I don't have to stand up to my big pressing board unless I'm doing big rows or whatever. And it works really well for
me.
So
another little thing, and I think we showed this a long time ago, like if I'm doing a leaders and enders and I've got all of these little 1-inch squares, my friend Cindy made us these darling muffin tins.
We have shown
She spray painted these muffin tins for us. Of course, mine's red. But she spray painted these muffin tins for us. And so I will have my pieces in there. So like I might have all bunch of creams in one and reds and so different colors. So I can reach over and just quickly grab a different piece. So that really helps me be organized with those, to where I'm not then digging through looking for a certain red piece, or not that I look for certain pieces when I'm
trying
doing
to be
scrap quilts. But say I'm doing a 4-patch and I want a red and a brown and a blue and a gold in my 4-patch. I don't have to dig through to find all those. So that's a good way to keep your stuff organized when you're doing it. And then I just have my little muffin tin there next to me, so I don't have to stop and think a whole lot about what I'm doing. Grab a piece, sew it on, do my next thing. So
And keeping organized also makes it so I don't lose things, because
I still lose everything.
I do too. Man, fabric is sometimes just like Velcro. It's like stuck to the bottom of something else and you can't find it.
So I cut a piece for your kit the other day for your next second Saturday. Went to put it in the package. I'm like, where's that green? I could not find it. Well, yesterday when I was picking some threads up off my floor, it was not laying flat. It was standing up on its side next to I'm like, well, then so I just cut another one because I couldn't find it that day. So now I have an extra green piece. If anybody needs an extra 2-inch green square, I got one for you.
So that's kind of funny. But we do have a fun thing that we want to do at the end of today, and do a little giveaway.
Yes. We haven't done one for a while.
We haven't done one for a while. It's time to reward our viewers.
It certainly is.
Yes, it is.
It is. It is.
More than just the reward of watching us.
Oh, we're sorry. But hopefully every once in a while we do give you a little bit of useful knowledge along with some
we really hope
silliness,
so.
like balloons and
And fireworks.
And fireworks and rain. We're really sorry, Marianne.
I don't think we're going to have real rain this week.
No.
But Marianne, please stay safe and keep us posted how you're doing. But
Mm-hmm.
do you want to tell them what their prize will be?
Yes, we're going to give you a $20 Village Dry Goods gift card.
Okay.
And you don't have to come into the store to use that. You can use it on our website if you live far away. So Miss Marianne, if you are the winner, because Marianne lives clear in Florida.
She does.
It's really, although she has been in the store because she still has roots to Utah. But if, say, it was our sweet friend, Miss Marianne, you can use it on our website. Yeah. So tell us what the contest is, ma'am.
So there's all different ways that you can interact with these videos. Mm-hmm. And so we just want you to interact with us so you can like our videos. And we're going to base everything off of today's video.
Right.
And we'll give it away next week.
Sure.
Okay. So like this video, comment, which several of you already have commented, and share. So there's a little, little arrow at the bottom of the screen, points to the right, and you can share it with friends. Share it with people that you don't think have watched us before, who you think might like it. So all of those things earn you a separate entry. So if you comment, like, and share, those are all separate entries. And then I don't know how many of you know that I upload these videos to YouTube as well after. So most of the time I try to do it right after, but sometimes it's the next day or two, just depending on how things go for the day.
So that means we're there forever?
We are there forever. Oh. We're on Facebook forever too, though. So,
that's true.
So, but some of your friends or family may prefer to watch things on YouTube. And I know we have several customers who say, I prefer to watch on YouTube for whatever reason. Someone who may not like Facebook, or YouTube just works better for them. And the nice thing about YouTube is I have them all loaded into a playlist. And so if you go watch them, they'll just play one after another.
Oh,
so you can listen to it really long time.
We're so sorry.
If you're watching this when it's not live on Facebook and YouTube, you can put us at 1.5 speed or 2 times speed. Then we get really crazy. But sometimes when I'm sewing, I like to just listen to sewing podcasts or whatever. And so that works. And it just auto plays and you don't have to think about it. And so anyway, so also if you go onto our YouTube channel, like the video there, do those kind of things over on the YouTube channel. All of those will count as entries. So if you like, comment, share on Facebook, and then I think you could share on YouTube as well, and like there, you can have like 5 or 6 entries.
Yes.
So,
and we'll put one in for each one
for
of those
every action that you do for our videos. Now, the reason why we want to do this mostly is because the more interaction that we get on Facebook, the more interaction that we get on YouTube, the more it shows up for other people who may not have watched before, people who Facebook deems to like things that you might like. So obviously, the more people that watch,
right, the more people that can.
The more people that can. The more people that will know about the fun things that we're doing here at Village. Yeah. And, the more people that comment, we just have more fun. So anyway, all the things. And we understand that a lot of you love to watch live with us, but a lot of you don't. And you can't.
Some people can't.
You're at work or whatever the reason might be. Or, different time zones or whatever. So, just interact with us, and
yes, please.
We'll get you some hopefully get you entries.
Yes,
we will get you entries.
We will get you,
and hopefully you'll win.
Yes.
So
yes. Good luck to everyone.
Jordan says hi as well.
Good morning, Jordy. I hope your surgery went well.
Yes,
and you're doing
that's right,
good, sweetheart. We hope you're doing well.
Yes. See, we love to interact with you guys.
Yes,
we get to know you. Even our friend. In Florida, we get to still interact with you.
And our friend Pam is in California.
That's true, Pam.
Our friend Cindy's in Ohio.
Man.
See, we got friends everywhere.
And we know we have a friend in Australia.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Oh, good, Jordan. She says it went well.
Oh, so, good. We're happy to hear that, sweet girl. Can't wait to see you again.
Yeah, and if you missed last week's Village Vibes with our sweet Evie, go check it out. That was really fun.
It was so
fun.
And
she has shared it with a bunch of her friends that have all commented. Oh. And they're all from Australia, and it's been really fun to see all their comments.
Nice.
I think we've chatted plenty long today.
Yes,
We've done pretty good.
We have.
And but remember, like, comment, share, and here or on YouTube, and get some entries. It'll be fun.
So until next week when we see you again, and announce our big winner.
Yes.
Stay safe, everyone. I'm going to a retreat. Do you know what? Holy buckets! Retreats they're a lot of work to get stuff ready. I'm still not ready, but hopefully by tomorrow I will be. Anyway, and I'm taking a bunch. I'm only taking village projects to work on, so maybe I might even have something fun to show you next week.
Exciting!
No
you
promises.
Should do retreat show and tell next week.
Okay, we will. Hopefully, I'll get something done. Well, maybe just even if it's a block, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we hope that you all are able to do some fun sewing this week as well, and have a great week. Please remember our 5-10 rules. Smile, say hi to people. You know, I was going to pick up our patterns for Second Saturday yesterday, and this lady was walking up the street, and she kind of had a little bit of not a sad look on her face, just kind of a little, I don't really know about today look on her face. And I just looked at her and I smiled my biggest smile, and I said, hello. Her face just lit up into the nicest smile, and I thought, you know what, maybe she was just deep in thought. Yeah. But just that nice hello on my part.
It makes a difference.
It really
Don't ever
does.
underestimate that.
A smile and a hello. So be kind to everybody. Do something really fun for yourself this week. Like so like the wind.
Yes.
Oh, goodness gracious. So have a great week, everyone, and we will see you again next week.
Yes, we will.
Bye now.
Bye-bye, everyone.